Hey, how you doing? David Taub here with Epic Guitar Instruction. Hope all's going well, and I hope your guitar and musical journeys are going famously. Today I have a really fun, easy beginner song lesson. We're going to do the song Good Riddance, Time of Your Life by Green Day. It's from their 1997 Nimrod record. And to keep this lesson as easy, simple, and fast for you to assimilate as possible, we're going to do a strumming version of this song. We're going to be in standard tuning today, so go ahead and tune your guitar. Standard A440 tuning, low to high, E, A, D, G, B, and E. And only has 4 chords in it, and the changes are pretty easy. So even if you're early on in your guitar journey, you could start trying to play this song, put a song together, and have a lot of fun with it. And I'll also give you some chord changing tips to make these particular changes even easier. Sometimes it's just the little tweaks that you do with the fret hand that makes all the difference in the world. So the 4 chords you're going to need are G major, play it with 4 fingers, this voicing, and I'll explain why in a minute, C add 9, D major, and E minor. If you could do me a quick favor, please subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribing to the channel really helps us to keep bringing the content. And also, you'll then be notified when we have new lessons posted. Leave a comment below. Let us know how you like this lesson, what lessons you'd like to see coming up. And if you like the video, please click the like button. Give it a thumbs up, share it, and thank you so much for your support. The song starts off with the intro, and basically the changes are G, and you play that for 2 measures. I'll go over the strum pattern in a second, to C add 9, to D. It'll sound like this. Can you repeat it? Into verse 1. And we'll just keep it really simple. We use the same strum pattern for the whole song. 8th note kind of feel. Down, down, up, down, up. If I slow it down, just holding the strings so you can kind of get that rhythm. Just a couple quick points first on easy chord changing before we get to the exact changes. Make sure you keep your fingers as close to the fretboard at all times. When you're doing your changes too, you're kind of collapsing into the next chord. You never want to take your hand apart. You keep it in a cluster as you're changing, no matter what chords. That's just good chord changing. See how I'm always have my hand in that cluster. Never out like this, never out away from the fretboard, never spread the fingers apart, right? Always in that cluster, kind of collapsing into your next chords. It's close to the string, almost like flowing on the strings as you change. The first change is from a G to a C add 9, right? So those 2 notes are shared with my 3rd and 4th fingers here from the G and the C add 9. So this is something where you just don't want to like take your hand, play the chord, then take your hand apart just to put it back together on the same notes again, right? You always want to leave those fingers down. Now it seems obvious for the G to C add 9, but not so much for other chords. But check it out. So when you move it, when you do your first change, G, just drop those first 2 fingers down, 1 string each, and there's your C add 9. G, C add 9. Now let your 2nd finger spill over the A string a little bit and just touch that low E to mute it. Because this way then when you're strumming, you don't have to miss that low E. See, I'm hitting it, but it's muted so you won't hear it. Right? So that's just an easy way that you can mute that. And there's that change, and you practice it back and forth. Now, the next change is C add 9 to D. Notice that shares a note. This 3rd finger stays on that D note. So you don't want to play the C add 9. Take your whole hand apart just to put it all back together again. Collapse down with your 1st and 2nd fingers, but leave that 3rd finger right there when you're doing that change. And it makes it so much easier. See how you're doing that? C add 9, D. If I slow it down, go back to C add 9, D. That's what you want to practice, back and forth, getting all those notes to ring true. C add 9 to D. Now after you're on this D chord, you go back to the G chord, right? And it shares, D and G also share this 1 note, this 3rd finger. So you leave that 3rd finger down again when you go to that G chord. C, D to G. It shares that D note right there. Practice those changes 2 at a time, back and forth, to really get that muscle memory down. E minor, and notice too, 3rd and 4th fingers, even though I'm just playing the E minor, they're not out like this. right? You want everything in tight. Notice my wrist is not pushed out this way, it's in this way. and down, not up, down. So now I have my third and fourth fingers right there ready to go when I need them. So you don't want them ever out of position. Think of that pinky just hitches a ride on that third finger. And E minor, and you just kind of drop it straight down as you form that D chord. And again, that third finger finds that third fret on the B string. Now G to E minor, when it goes to the chorus, shares this note, your first finger, that B note. So when you're playing that G, all you have to do to go to E minor is just take off this second finger and stick it right underneath the first finger, and it'll fall right on that D string. And there's your E minor chord, right? G, E minor. And we just have to back that up a little bit to fit both in there. But you don't have to take that off. And the third and fourth fingers just kind of stay in this same position. See, I'm not taking that apart as I go from G to E minor. I have them train that muscle memory to get right next to each other, because from that E minor, there's something unpredictable. I got to go back to the G. And again, I could leave that first finger down going E minor to G. Now, if you'd like some more help with your chord changing and some more killer exercises to really get your chord changing blasted to the next level, click on that link in the YouTube description box below, and I'll send you my 6 essential chord changing tips. It's a video lesson, extended play. It's not on YouTube. It's killer. It also has tons of killer exercises in it, and I'll pair it with an ebook which has chord charts in it, more lessons, more exercises. It's a great 1-2 punch. It'll really help you throughout your guitar journey. Click on that link below. I'll send them both to you for free. He does that intro progression 2 times, which leads into the first verse, another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. The changes in the verses are start off the same as the intro. You do the G twice, C add 9 to D, and you repeat that 2 times. And then it goes to E minor, to D, to C add 9, to G. And he repeats that 2 times. It'll sound like this on another turning point. Fork, road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. E minor. So make the best test. Why? It's not a question, but a lesson in time. Something unpredictable, that goes to the chorus. All right, so obviously the song's out of my range. I can't sing it, but I just wanted to kind of tell you where those words are on the change, so you have a placeholder so you know when to change the chords. Same strum pattern, G for 2 measures, C add 9 for 1, D for 1, and you do that twice, just like the intro. But then, so make the best of this. You go from that E minor for 1 measure, best D, C add 9, test and don't ask why, G. And then he repeats that twice. And that's the verse. And verse 1 is the same exact as verse 2. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. The verses go right into the chorus section. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you'll have the time of your life. That chorus is basically E minor for 1 measure. It's something unpredictable. On the dictable, you go to the G, but in E minor, the end is G, right? E minor, I hope, on hope, E minor, you had the D, time of your life, and then back to G for 2, C add 9, D. You play the intro again 1 time between the chorus and verse 2. Let me play the chorus for you. It'll sound like this. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you have the time of your intro again. Basically, you got pretty much the whole song, because you're just doing that intro, verse 1, chorus, then it goes into the intro again for 1 time, verse 2, chorus again, and then after the second chorus, he plays this little interlude section where basically you're playing the G 2 times to C add 9 to D, and you do that 2 times around. Then you go E minor to D to C add 9 to G, and you do that twice. So basically it's like a verse. So that's the interlude. It goes right into another chorus. It's something unpredictable. And then what he does is he repeats the chorus, does the chorus twice, and then after the chorus again, he plays the intro twice, and he ends on the G chord. The last time you could just do it like this. End of the song here. right? That G twice, C add 9D, and then hit that G once more and let it ring, and the song ends. And that's it. That's the whole song. And just so you get a little practice, we'll do a little play along. I'll just do a piece of it because it's just repeating. So we'll do the intro into verse 1, into the chorus, intro again, and then I'll start verse 2. And you could play along and practice, right? So we'll take it right from the intro, from the G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Verse 1, another. Here's the chorus, it's something. Back to the intro. Verse 2. So take the photographs. Tattoos, memories. Chorus again, something predictable. Hope you enjoyed that lesson. Really fun to play on solo acoustic guitar. And after you get this one down, I'll tell you what, I'll put some more very kind of easy beginner song lessons up here in the cards. So you'll want to check some of those out also and add those to your song catalog. Enjoy it. Have fun with those guitars. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. That really helps us to keep bringing the content, and then you'll be notified when we have new lessons posted. And don't forget, click on that link in the YouTube description box, and I'll send you my free video lesson and ebook on essential chord changing techniques and tips. Thank you so much for your support over the years and years. And remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. So enjoy the journey. Take care, rock on, and I'll see you in the next lesson.